Hello everyone, it's Gilgamesh again, and today I'm going to talk to you about the sort of operations one can do with string variables, or even just strings. For some of you, in case of integer variables, it was obvious what to do with them, since it's just math. In case of strings, things are a little bit different. This line of code adds the two strings above. But how is it done? These aren't just numbers. How would we add text? In Java, adding two strings will produce one long string of text consisting of the contents of the two strings added. So over here, if you have hello string and there string, once you add them together, it will produce a long string hello there. In Java, this operation is actually called concatenation. Concatenation. Concatenation can also be performed if one of the strings is stored inside a variable. So over here, we save hello inside the variable word. And then we add this word variable to the there. And since over here the value is substituted in and then stored inside the full variable. Same goes for both of the values being stored inside the variables. So over here, if we store hello into one variable, there into one variable, if we add those two variables, they will produce a long single string, which will then be stored using the assignment operator into the variable full. One thing that you should keep in mind is that string concatenation does not add anything from a side. It joins the strings exactly as they are provided. Therefore, no spaces are provided between words unless you explicitly add them. Like an example, in line 1, there is a space after hello, and there is a space in the new string. However, if we just write hello plus there without the space after the hello, it will just produce a long hello there word, just a single word, because it does not add spaces on its own. We can also concatenate more than just two strings in a single line of code. In this case, every following string will be added to the end of the newly created one. So over here, as you can see, there are three strings. So first we take the hello string, then we take a string that contains just a single space and the string there. On the previous slide, you saw me use a string that contains a single space. That is usually used to provide spaces between words. When plain strings are considered, like the previous slide, it is not as useful. However, in case of variables, things are a little bit different. It is more useful here, as we do not want to save extra information like spaces inside the variables. That way, all of the contents will be of the same format, and you may avoid a lot of errors this way. So over here, we just say save hello into the word 1 and just save there into the word 2. Because later on when you're writing the code, you may forget, like, did you actually add a space or not add a space after a certain word, right? Maybe you want to change something later. And the easiest way to do that is basically to keep everything consistent. Over here, you're storing only words inside the string, and then you're manually adding spaces. This way you'll not face a situation where you will not be sure what exactly is stored inside a variable. Just as with integers, you can also concatenate a value to itself and store it in the same variable. This makes some operations simpler and saves space, since you do not need to use any new variables. So over here, you create a variable hello, and then you add with a space, please notice hello with a space, and then you add there to the variable hello and save it inside the variable itself. So basically you replace the variable with itself in addition to this string added to the end of itself. There is one last thing I wish to talk with you today. Since adding a value to itself, or in case of integers, subtracting, multiplying, dividing, or modulus, is used very often, there is a shortcut to use it. In first line, you can see the original expression. You can see, like I could discuss word equal to word plus there. And the shortcut in line 2, like over here, it consists of the sign of the operation you want to perform, followed by an equal to. So this is just to make things easier, and basically these two lines mean exactly the same. This is just a shortcut because here you're kind of repeating it. Same annotation is used for integers as well. However, more variation are available. The operation is performed between number on the left and right, and saved into a variable on the left. So in every one of these, operations performed with this, and then saved back inside this variable at the left. Thank you once again for joining me today. I have been trying to release new episodes every week, and even planning to make a series of videos about building a PC. So stay tuned for more, and please be sure to subscribe and like the video.